Maybe he's going to smoke more if you stop talking to him. Well, if you think it's going to help, go ahead. But if you ask me, it's not going to help too much. Because especially when it comes to an addiction like that, which smoking, it is an addiction. Now, Western scientists, I'm not talking about Islamic scientists, Western scientists, they're saying smoking is the most dangerous thing that you can ever do to your body. It is worse than drinking, it is worse than taking drugs, it is worse than anything that you can do to your body. And still, there are very foolish alims there who are saying that no, smoking is makruh. But not even understanding what does makruh also means. Makruh means if you do it 3 times, it is haram. It is a very harmful thing. Allah is saying, someone who's intelligent, you don't need other people to tell you. Allah is saying, don't do anything to harm your body. Finish. Can anyone say smoking is going to make your body to become healthier? No one can say that. It harms the body. But the man who is smoking, of course, Shaykh Effendi is saying this, and I'm repeating it, number 1 people smoking in the world, they are Muslims. Muslim countries, number 1. Right? Puffing, non-stop. Ottoman sultans before, they banned the smoking. They forbid it. They understand what kind of poison it is. How a man is going to change from his addiction? First, he himself wants to change, he will change. If he doesn't want to change, no one is going to change his mind. You can get all the professors to come to speak to him. He can get all the doctors to come to speak to him. He's not going to change his mind because he didn't change his mind. You can get 40 prophets to come and speak to him. He's not going to change his mind. Abu Lahab and Abu Jahil, they didn't want to change their minds. So not even Payghambar Effendi ﷺ could change their minds, right? I mean, he could by forcing, but there is no forcing in religion. There is no compulsion. So you cannot force someone. That's the bottom point. He himself, he has to understand, he has to realize. And you yourself, you have to know, it is not according to what you say or what you want. You don't have too much control over these things. You don't have too much control over the people around you. They themselves, they must want to change. If they don't want to change, they have an Allah. You have an Allah. They are Allah's creature and so are you. You are not responsible for them. Everyone is going to be responsible for themselves on the Day of Judgment. The khutbah is saying, correct? On the Day of Judgment, no father is going to benefit his son, no son is going to benefit their father. Everyone stands alone. This is what Tariqat is also trying to teach, to bring the fear and the reality of the Day of Judgment every single day, at least for us to think about it. So many people who don't understand and they say, why this Tariqat is tearing families apart? Why this Tariqat is saying to the child, don't listen to your father, don't listen to your mother? Why this Tariqat, this Jamaat is making them to fight against each other? This is against Islam. This is against Silatul Rahim. This is against the Hadith. This is against the Quran. You should never dishonor your father and your mother. They don't understand then. It is like the foolish man who sees a butcher cutting up the meat and he sees a doctor saving a man by performing surgery and he says, why are you doing that? You are a butcher. It is completely different. But this is for people of understanding. Quran is saying, this is a book for those who think, those who understand. Once you understand, you're going to see the ayats of Allah everywhere. If you don't understand, you can be reading the Quran 24 hours, you still become a donkey. You still don't understand. If you understand, you don't have to read the Quran because the ayats, they're everywhere. The messages, they're everywhere. The understanding, it is everywhere. The hikmat, it is everywhere. The wisdom, it is everywhere. So now, especially in our Jamaat, yes, we're bringing that reality of the Day of Judgment, where the Prophet ﷺ saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, no son is going to benefit his father, no father is going to benefit his son. This is what we're doing here. So, don't force him. Everyone has to walk their own destiny. You just be concerned with yourself. Don't force him. There's no compulsion. There's no forcing. Forcing doesn't work. Just be busy. Pray that one day he's going to understand. He's going to realize. Because you are also not Allah, that you're going to change his heart. Allah is the turner of hearts. So, it's up to you. You want to speak to him, you don't want to speak to him, it's okay. May Allah forgive me and bless you, inshallah rahman. Wa min Allahu tawfiq, al-Fatiha. Allah. Amin. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah.